All right, welcome back to Blue by 90. I'm Justin, joined by Jack and Caitlin as always. It is almost March. We're almost there. It was a little warmer out today after some brutal days this past week, but it's feeling like spring a little bit. A Sunday game on CBS with Bill Raftery definitely made it feel like March. I'll say that.
Yeah.
With him saying onions with it wasn't in our favor, but I still love Bill Raftery saying onions.
He's got a great voice for basketball, that guy.
He does. He does. Yeah. I to be honest, just not a great sports weekend for Michigan all around. You had losses from men's basketball, women's basketball, hockey. There were a couple other sports that did win for sure. Softball won. Did baseball play this weekend too?
I think they played today.
Oh yeah, Florida International, they won. They won on Saturday, and then they won. Let's see. They play they are like playing right now. I think actually. So yeah, so I mean it was an all right. I guess the big sports did not do well. So they're up. Baseball's up 7-0 right now. So looking good.
Only up by one touchdown.
Only up by one touchdown in the third.
They need to start hitting some 3-pointers and get some penalty shots. Try to up that points.
Up that points. Hashtag sports.
Hashtag sports.
Let's go sports.
We're here for the average listeners.
This is a sports podcast, people. Okay, I do have a story for you guys that's not sports related though. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen or experienced. So it is very inappropriate. So it's if you've got kids around,
earmuffs
or my mom, earmuffs to stop listening. Fast forward. So I'm sitting with my coworker at work this past weekend, and he's just like, "Oh shit," and I'm like, "What's up?" Like nothing was going on. He's like, "Holy shit," and he goes, "My wife just sent me a picture. His grandpa accidentally posted a picture on his Facebook story of him getting head from his grandma."
What?
Oh my god!
I also to make that even more weird. I just had deja vu.
Wait, what?
Whoa, I had deja vu of you telling me that story.
Oh my god!
I
thought you had deja vu of something else.
Yeah. You definitely had to be specific there. You can't just leave that up for interpretation.
Well, deja vu, that's what it is.
I know, but exactly what you were having deja vu about.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the time that my wife sent me a
literal deja vu. I was having literal deja vu.
All right. But yeah, so like it was I mean the guy's like 77 or something like that. So good for him. I'd say.
Good for him. That's incredible.
I applaud it, but that's just it's a tough thing to see.
So what angle was it from? That's what I need to know. Is it like, is there a mirror in front of him? Is it like, is he like this? What's the angle? Did you see the picture?
Straight down. I did see the picture. Yeah.
So it was just a picture of him like getting head from grandma.
Yeah.
That's wild.
On his Facebook story, and it was up for hours, like 12 hours.
Oh my god. I think you got to delete Facebook at that point.
I don't know what you do. The best part is he was telling me that they were having a family get together the next day.
Oh my god. You got to follow up with them on that.
I think I would 100% pretend that it never happened and never speak about it. I think that's the route you got to go.
Oh no, you got to open the door and be like, "Is it okay to come in, Grandpa?"
I agree. You can't let him forget that.
Oh man, Oh, that's about as awkward as it gets.
Walk up to grandma. Hey, grandma, you got something on your face.
You crossed the line. You leaped over the line there.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. So that was yeah, that's a good start to the pod here today, I guess. I had to throw that in there because I was like, this is too good of a story not to tell.
To transition it back to sports. So Heather and I were we were in Grand Rapids for Beer Fest.
Yeah.
And I mean it was just so fucking cold. Like my feet like were frozen because obviously I didn't wear the right shoes. I didn't come dressed accordingly, and it was windy. It was like real fucking cold. So you hit like our favorite breweries and kind of got out of there. But after we left, we got some dinner, and we ended up going to a Grand Rapids Griffins game like last minute. Like we just saw like a bunch of hockey jerseys at Brick and Porter. Have you been there?
Love Brick and Porter.
So we went there for dinner, had a couple drinks, and I was like, shit, maybe we should go to this game. So like the only tickets that were left were like 4th row in the corners. Like we had pretty good seats. So I was like, sweet, we'll get these. And we went to the game, and right when we got there, within the first 5 minutes, there was a fight and a goal.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, cool, like checklist already, boom, boom, hit a couple things. A couple more fights. They ended up, whoever they were playing ended up scoring a goal, I think, on a power play with like 2 minutes left to tie it up. So they go to overtime. And nobody scores in overtime, goes to a shootout, and the Griffins win on their last shot. So it was a great game to go to. Great game to go to. Big hockey guy. Big hockey.
The Griffins are fun. I mean, I'm from Grand Rapids and went to school there. That was my first school that I went to out of the 7. And the Griffins are great for like a Friday night pregame. And then you go to the bars after. In college, it was like the perfect. Friday nights was $1 beers from 6 to 8. So you'd go there, you'd order 2 beers, and then just get to the back of the line, drink the beers while you're standing in line.
Get 2 more.
And then get 2 more. All for the entire 2 hours from 6 to 8. Wouldn't watch a single minute of hockey until the second period.
That's awesome.
And at that point, you can't even see. So
yeah, exactly. And then you go to the bars after. So
man.
Yeah. I love the Griffins. It's a fun time.
And it's right next to the Bob. So leave that game, go straight to the Bob. You're all set.
The Bob's no longer though.
What?
It wasn't open when you were there, right?
We didn't even go. We didn't go. I knew it was like right there by Van Andel. I didn't realize it was closed.
Yeah. Bob is closed right now.
Why?
They sold it to somebody else. I think it was Gun Lake Casino bought it, but they shut it down right after New Year's, and it hasn't reopened yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope they're just not getting rid of it altogether.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, back to non-sports. I was in Grand Rapids last weekend. Went to Hamilton.
Right.
I'm very cultured. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm a fan of the musical arts. So,
Proud of you.
yeah, I mean, Hamilton, if you don't like Hamilton, I don't know what to tell you because you're just, have either of you seen it? I know Jack has not because he's a loser. Kailen, have you? Oh, you're a loser too. God damn.
I haven't even given myself a chance yet. And you're the last person that should be talking about what we have seen, haven't seen. I know we've talked about this a million times, but you still need to see Lord of the Rings before. I told you, if you watch Fellowship, I'll watch Hamilton.
All right. That's a deal.
Yeah.
Hamilton is like, it's cool Broadway though. It's like hip hop, and it's incredible. So I'm a Hamilton.
It's like one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Okay.
That meant nothing to him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue because I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I think the greatest trilogy of all time is probably Shrek. Shrek 1, 2, and 3.
God damn it. God damn it.
There's a 4th one. You bum.
Is there a 4th one? Shit.
So skier your shit.
Shrek is goated though. Shrek is incredible. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into some hoops here. Michigan basketball played poorly for like 99% of the game. They made a little comeback, but it was like kind of a half-assed comeback. I don't know. I don't know if you guys felt this way too, but it was for you guys. Was it just like a blah game the whole time? It was like the crowd was blah. It was a Sunday game at 2:00. It felt like everyone, including the crowd, including the team, was sleepwalking through the whole day.
I'll be honest, I was right there with him. I didn't wake up till the second half. So I took a little nap and then I started watching the second half. But honestly, I thought everybody played pretty well other than Dickinson. I mean, look at the box score. Everybody shot over 50%. Devontae Jones had 25. Dickinson was 4 of 13 shooting.
Brutal.
That's like the only kind of downside I see from this. Dickinson was only really the one with a bad game.
I thought, like, kind of like you're saying, they were like pretty much asleep, except the other team was just balling.
That Plummer guy, yeah, he was killing it.
It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters take on the other team who I can't name. Right?
The Washington Generals.
Whoever, yeah.
But offensively, they did not play poorly. They played well. I mean, they scored 85 points. So offensively, the offense wasn't the problem. It was the problem of giving up wide open shots or an open lane to the or to the hoop like every time down the floor. It felt like we were like 2 steps slow on everything. We couldn't switch, couldn't close out on the perimeter. I mean, obviously Plummer went 6 for 9 from 3, but guess what? He hit 8 threes in his last game. So let's look at let's look at the stats and probably guard that guy, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean that's great film review there from Justin. I would agree with that.
Fuck you.
I mean, I like I said, I only watched like a little bit of the second half, and he didn't go off as much in the second as he did in the first. So I don't know. I thought people were saying that even with hands in his face, he was kind of making everything.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
He looked like freaking LaMelo Ball or something out there, like doing pull-ups and hitting stuff from the corner. I was like, what the heck?
It was crazy. And then, I mean, Dickinson having 13, but like the least efficient game ever is just tough. I mean, it made it very obvious that our team still very much runs through Dickinson, right? Like he's kind of, the guy that's going to make it work. But he got dominated by Kofi Coburn, and I didn't even think that Kofi played like super well. He was, but he got to 27. He was just like nobody was trying to give him any business either.
Yeah, you're right. Kofi did suck it up. 11 of 15, 7 rebounds, 27 points.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Embarrassing, if you ask me. I say they bench him their next game. He had 2 steals,
I didn't say he sucked.
How does he only have 2 steals? What a bum.
0 blocks. That's kind of embarrassing. 3 turnovers.
To help you out, he had 3 turnovers. That helps your case. You're on a roll today. I'll give you that. You are on a roll.
Now, what
Michigan sucks. Dickinson had a bad game. Coburn sucks. He had an incredible game. No, I'm just having fun with it, Can't let you slide.
I started it off with talking shit on Lord of the Rings, and you're mad ever since.
Yeah, that's actually factual.
So yeah, I mean the thing is that like here's the thing about this team. They come out like they did against Rutgers and play super well. Obviously, I know Rutgers isn't as good of a team altogether as Illinois. Illinois is a great team. But, like, they cannot string 2 wins together. They've gone win-loss for the last, 3-4 weeks. And it just feels like, if they just strung a few together here, they would be solidly in the tournament. And now they're still sitting on the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, positive vibes only. If they're going win-loss, this sets them up for a big W against Sparty on Tuesday.
That's true.
Gladly take that.
I like that take. I mean, the thing I would love that, But the thing that worried me is we looked like we were at the end of this 4 games in 8 days streak that we have coming up. They looked exhausted, honestly. And now they play, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I believe, or Sunday maybe. And it's like it's an insane stretch. So I don't know. I worry if they drop 3 out of 4 here, which totally could happen, then we're going to be needing to win a few games in the Big Ten tournament to get in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think they really got to take care of the last 2 games at home, Michigan State and Iowa, because I don't think they have a chance against Ohio State. Just based off of what EJ Liddell did last time. Yeah, because in Columbus, I don't know, unless they can pull off a miracle and have a game like they did against Purdue, then yeah, but I'd be ecstatic with 2-1 over these next 3 games. Even just to win over Sparty. That'd be great. We're still in the Big Ten tournament. You can make some noise there and get yourself into NCAA tournament. But Sparty on the clock. Just want to fuck Michigan State. God damn it,
dude. That would make the season a little bit here. I don't want to play the Sparty card where that game is their Super Bowl for sure. But when you're having a so-so year, if we can take down Sparty, and then at that point, we're at the same record, I think, for the Big Ten. So that would make this, that would really help how I feel about this season for sure.
Oh yeah, it's like beating Ohio State in football. Not as big, but it helps.
It definitely helps if they can come out, and obviously you're playing for a spot in the tournament too. So if you get into the tournament by beating Sparty, that's just that feels good. That feels good.
So they just need to go 1 for 3 in this next 3-game stretch, is what you're saying.
I thought that they needed to go 2-2 in the 4-game stretch.
Yeah,
and they're 0-1. So I'd say they need to go 2 out of 3 here.
That's tough.
It's not easy.
Close out in the games at home, and then hopefully you can throw up a miracle against Ohio State. So we'll see what. And then women beat Sparty, but then lost today.
It's a tough. I feel really bad for those girls in KBA. So close to the first Big Ten championship in program history, lose it by half a game. And the reason why they lost it by half a game was because the Illinois game got canceled due to bad weather earlier in the season, and it was never made up. Illinois is the worst team in the conference, so it's a guaranteed win for Michigan, which would have made them the champs.
Why would they not reschedule that?
I don't know if it was just they couldn't find a spot in the schedule this far in the season or what, but I don't know. It sucks.
Damn.
But
still got the Big Ten tournament. Man. Take that.
Still can come out with a tourney, conference tournament championship for sure. God, Caitlin Cook is incredible.
Clark, she is incredible.
Caitlin Clark, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, that. She's one of those people where you watching her even when she's dominating your team because she's that good.
Dude, she hits some insane shots. I'll tell you that.
Did you see the shot chart that they threw up for her? It was she just pulls up from the logo for no reason. That's the thing that gets me. It's not just oh, this is the only shot she can get. She's wide open, could step in for, to the 3-point line, but she just chucks it and she drains it. It's crazy.
She's insane. She's an insane shooter. But I do want to give props to Maddie Nolan, dude. I was watching, I think it was the game against Sparty. She was getting a catch and shoot threes. She's got a pretty quick release there. I wanted to almost put it side by side with Curry and see how it matched up, because she was literally caught it up and
love it,
drained it back to back.
Yeah, and our girl Layla Filio too had 16 today. I mean, she's been for a freshman, dude. She is killing it. She gets to the bucket. She's quick. She's got great moves. I mean, man, this
super
team,
athletic.
I really think this team can be a Final Four team, which would be an incredible run for them. You know,
they're capable of it for sure. Yeah, no, they have Leah Brown back, right? She's back healthy.
Yep. Leah Brown came out and had 9 points. This was her first game back, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I mean, God, giving up 104 points is insane in women's basketball.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But that team, that Iowa team's good, man. They're freaking good.
And they've got probably, top 3 player of the year candidate.
I mean, she's got to be.
I think that South Carolina, I don't know, that girl from South Carolina, Boston Boston, she's just insane. Best player on the best team, so she'll probably win it. But, I mean, Caitlin Clark's top 3 for sure.
Yeah, it definitely helps when you're the top team. But, I mean, Caitlin Clark's averaging almost 30 a game. It's insane. So
I think she's leading the I think she leads NCAA in scoring and assists, both.
Are you serious?
I think I heard them say that on the broadcast. Yeah,
that's kind of insane when she scores as much as she does.
Right,
to still
exactly. She's like a James Harden type. Yeah,
I hate James Harden, but she averages 27 a game and 8 assists a game. She almost averages a double-double. Oh my God, she almost averages a triple-double. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. That is insane. Holy shit. Stupid. Oh my God. 45% field goal percentage too.
I mean, those are like LeBron stats right there. Like literally.
That's like Russ Westbrook, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Russ Westbrook maybe a couple years ago.
Wasn't he the last guy to? He literally averaged a triple double for the year. I think a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, this year he's not playing too hot, but that year he did.
Makes sense. Yeah. So softball. Let's see. They beat Duke, I believe, on Saturday. 2-1.
That's incredible. Especially because their flight was delayed, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude.
That was Friday. Or was it Friday? It
was Thursday, I think. But
it was Thursday? Okay. I just remember seeing they had a game like that night that they were landing and fucking Delta kept getting delayed. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Hutch going nuts on Twitter at Delta. I thought about that. Like, imagine being just like the flight attendant lady at the desk there, and Hutch is just screaming at you. I'd shit my pants.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I would not want to be the one that has to deal with that. And then Big Cat jumping in was incredible as well on Twitter.
I love that.
Yeah, they won 3-2 against Duke on Friday. They lost to Duke Saturday 6-1. Then it's not saying they played Sunday, but I thought they added a game on Monday. Yeah, they play Elon on Monday now at 4:30. So I don't know. Their schedule's all messed up now, I think, because they missed the Thursday games. So yeah. But baseball, as we said, they're playing right now, up 7-0. They're doing well. So I'm excited to get out and watch these baseball and softball teams. They're coming up. They'll be at home here in the next few weeks. So once we get into March,
schedule.
Yeah, once we get into March, they'll be at home. So let's see. March 18th versus Dayton looks like their first home game. So
for baseball, what do you got for softball?
Softball. It looks like their first one is March 12th. Kent State.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's only 2 weeks away. So
Literally, yeah. Probably, I think 2
yeah.
weeks from today or yesterday.
I tell you what, I have been to a lot of softball games in my life at Alumni Field. Those March games are pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. The weather is not friendly.
Well, good. We'll just have to tailgate, get our liquor coats on, and feel good.
Usually put a pint right in my coat jacket. So
There
that's
you go.
usually how it goes.
Tuck
Hope
some
that.
shooters in the socks. Got to wear the mid calves.
Yep.
There you
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. What do we got from football spring practice?
Kalen,
Anything?
that's all you. You did the research on that one.
Oh, well, last I heard, Eamon Dennis, right? He was a freshman this past season playing DB, but he's moving over to wide receiver. From what I heard, he runs like a 4.38. I'm like, holy shit.
Damn. Speedy,
The,
dude.
the
And what?
other
And they
guy,
got. We were saying
yeah,
what? Samer still might be playing both ways.
that's what I heard. I don't know. Did you guys hear something different that he was just playing defense?
That's what I thought I saw on Twitter. But
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't
I
know.
mean, I as much as I like Mike Stanier still, I don't know if he's that good of an athlete that we need him playing both ways.
oh, I thought you were gonna say to not play wide receiver.
Oh no. I mean,
He
like
had two of the best catches of the year last year. I'm pretty sure,
sure.
if not more.
No, I agree. I like Mike Stanier still a lot. I just like, I don't think he's, Desmond Howard or Charles Woodson that has to like play both ways, But
Yeah,
either way.
I'm disappointed that if the rumors are true or whatever, stuff came out that he's not going to play receiver, I'm going to be disappointed. I thought he was a really good receiver, and he's always been pretty solid. He's always been seemingly a good route runner, great at catching the ball. I know that. I don't remember seeing many drops from him. But I mean, yeah, it is just a stacked room, especially with Ronnie coming back. Maybe Donovan Edwards will be playing a little bit of receiver when Corum's in the backfield or something. So I mean, good problem to have, but I liked Samuel still a lot at receiver. So I'm kind of disappointed to hear that he may be moving somewhere else. But hey, maybe he'll be a fucking insane DB. Never
Well, I
know.
heard that he played DB in high school, and
Oh,
he
really?
switched to wide receiver when he came to Michigan. So, like, I
Really?
don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know if
Hmm.
that's true or not. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, I mean, that wide receiver room, like, think for a second all the guys in that room. Like, it is stacked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cornelius Johnson, Roman Wilson. I mean, not Samuel still anymore. Ronnie Bell. Who else we got? Andre Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these young guys coming in, like, there's a lot of speed out there. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, maybe that's
Roman
something that
Wilson.
that they saw, like, hey, if we have more speed in our wide receiver core, like, that's how we can beat some of these Ohio States, Georgias, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I'm curious to see or hear how the transfer center from Virginia is playing. Olu. I'm excited about that. And some of the guys like Trente Jones, if he's stepping up on the offensive line. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see. I mean, obviously everyone wants to know what the JJ versus Cade is doing. I have heard that Cade has played pretty well and JJ not so much, which is kind of surprising. But I know for a fact if Cade somehow comes out of this and he's the starter, people are gonna be freaking out on social media.
I know. I hate it. Fucking hate everybody. Negative vibes only right now. Negative vibes. Cade just won us a Big Ten championship, guys, and took us to the playoff. We have a good problem. Two good quarterbacks. Let JJ grow, mature, figure it out a little bit. Obviously, he's got way more talent, but Cade's just super solid.
Dude, it's so funny. It's only been like a week of practice, and you're hearing people like draw full-on conclusions.
Oh,
100%. Yeah.
I heard something
Always.
about some defensive end who's like a true freshman, and they're like, he's going to be the next Aiden Hutchinson. Like, what?
This
Gotta
is
get those
spring
clicks,
ball.
man.
Spring ball is peak message board season, where it is just 100% of fans going crazy off of it, in especially with Michigan, because they have like zero film out from camp and all that. Like, you get no information from spring camp, from spring football for Michigan, so it's strictly rumors, like literally all rumors, and people run with it on the message boards, and then like that's the conclusion they'll make for September.
Big news with that, though. I can't remember if we talked about this last time, but the spring game is going to be televised this year.
Yeah.
What was that, the first time in a couple years, few years, since they've done that?
Yeah.
Well, it's like an actual game. So, yeah,
They're
like,
going to? It's going to be like an actual game this year?
yeah, it's gonna be Cade versus JJ. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go one team in blue, one team in all yellow.
Nice.
So, that would be awesome.
So I'm excited. I mean, we might have to tailgate for that.
Oh, 100%.
Of course.
Absolutely. So I'm down for sure. That will be fun to see, what, not only just what these guys are doing, but like, it'll be fun to see what this new coaching staff a little bit, how, obviously a new D coordinator, new guys calling the plays without Josh Gaddis there. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference is. I'm sure they're not going to reveal a lot, but I think that I love Jim Harbaugh seems to have fast forwarded into the year 2022. He was trying to hold back to be in the year 1980, not let anything out, don't televise things, be the old school guy. And then in the past like year and a half, he's just like embraced it all and become, a very modern coach. And I don't know if it's him realizing it, somebody has a nugget in his ear about like this stuff for recruiting and everything else, or what's going on, but I love it now.
Yeah, I mean, he's bracing the young guys for sure. It seems like since last year, we got Denard Robinson coming back, which is huge.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see if so what is Robinson going to be doing exactly? Because he's not going to be like, a lot of people are kind of saying like, oh, put Denard with like JJ and like yada yada yada, but he's not even going to be working directly with him, right?
I understand he's assistant player personnel director or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an off-field coach.
Tom Gamble.
Yeah, he'll be recruiting a lot.
Okay. That's what I assumed. It was like mostly recruiting, but is he like, you said he's an on-field coach, so what is he doing on field?
No, off-field coach.
Off-field coach. Okay.
So you can only have a certain amount of coaches that are like actual coaches. The other ones that either have to be analysts or,
recruiting
player personnel or recruiting
shit.
Or whatever. Yeah. So he's assistant director of player personnel. Is it Malden that they just hired? Who's the
couldn't even tell you. I don't know.
Tom Gamble.
Gamble, that's it. Yeah. So I think that is a great hire because it is he was an exec, front office exec for the Jaguars, like evaluating talent for the draft and things like that. So I think that's huge for recruiting for us to be like, having an NFL exec now evaluating recruits and trying to make decisions on who we want to offer, who we want to go after, that type of stuff.
Just got to make sure he didn't tell him he worked for Jacksonville, like make up like.
Well, and before
Cincinnati
that, he worked at Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think it's like, it's a great combo for those two guys. Gamble's going to be the office guy. He's like the smart guy, but Denard can be the smile, the face, and he can relate to the players obviously really well. So I like that combo for our recruiting big time. And then,
and Tom Gamble used to do the same thing at Michigan a few years ago.
Yeah.
So like, he's just getting comfortable again. He knows Jim, and now he's got an assistant who like represents,
Michigan legend,
the Brady Hoke era of Michigan. I was thinking about that, how like there's so many former players, and I'm like, man, you got like Jim Harbaugh, kind of like from the Bo era. You've got like, guys representing the Gary Moeller era, the Lloyd Carr, even the Brady Hoke era, and then you got like Grant Newsome, who's even like the Jim Harbaugh early Jim era. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean it's got to be the most alums on a coaching staff, right?
I mean, it has to be. They have what, 10, 12?
It's kind of
Something
crazy.
stupid.
I love it, but also like it feels like we're like only going for that. I'm just like, I like that, but do we need to do it with everyone? I don't know. I love Denard though, obviously. But he won't be able to come to our tailgates anymore, which is tough.
Yeah.
So that's
maybe post game or something.
Yeah, probably. Oh man. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about all I got. You guys got anything else you want to touch on? So Sparty this week. We'll have some more content coming out this week. Sparty this week. Is it Iowa on Thursday, I believe?
Iowa's the next game. I'm not sure what. If they play Thursday, yeah, it's Iowa. And then probably Saturday or Sunday at Ohio State?
Yeah, I think so. So.
All right.
Oh, packed week. I'm like preparing my brain for the worst a little bit with this basketball team, but positive vibes only. Well, we're
right.
we're gonna stick with it. Still got the Big Ten tournament anything can happen, right? So We'll see. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. You can follow us at Blue by 90 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on the Amazing Brew YouTube channel and on their podcast network as well. We appreciate you. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.